Hello and welcome to Quantum Talk. What's up? It's me, Paul Amadeus Lane. I am so delighted to have you on this edition of the show. Why? We're going to talk to a fellow ambassador who is living life at eye level, and you do not want to miss our chat with him. Before we bring him on, always check out our website. Go to quantumrehab.com. There you can find out some pretty cool things, what's going on here at Quantum. You can find out about the forefront too. You can find out of how many others like myself are living life at eye level and what it has meant to us. If you're a clinician, if you are a patient, if you are whatever you are, you can check out our website. We have everything for you. Well, without any further delay, let's bring on our very special guest. I am so delighted and honored to talk to the great Morgan Steward, one of our fellow Quantum Rehab ambassadors. He is a gaming enthusiast. He is an honorary police officer. Officer Stewart, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's so great to talk to you, Morgan. I've always been a big fan of yours. When I do work for the Abilities Expo, I've heard about you for many years, and now to be able to work with you on Team Quantum is really awesome, man. I really look up to you, Morgan, and what you've been able to do, my friend.
Thank you so much.
So, Morgan, let's start off, man. What is it like to have life at eye level? What has it allowed you to do?
Um, so I'm able to I like the high level because I'm able to reach stuff, high places, especially when like if my mom's working or something and I need to grab something off my table, I can just go up a little bit and being able to reach it. Um, the chair makes it a lot because I know some chairs you can't even recline forward or really anything. But this chair is a lot easier because you can recline forward and I can go under tables and makes it a lot easier in my school too because I can fit in a lot of places. Oh, and I'm able to elevate at my friends' height, especially when they get tall because I have a lot of friends who used to be short and now they're super tall.
Yeah, that's what I like about being at eye level too, Morgan, because I'm 6'6", right? So, in a regular chair, I'm kind of like sometimes at eye level with people who are like 4 foot half and to 5 feet. But when I run across some of my good friends who are like the 5'8", 5'9", it's pretty cool to elevate it at eye level. So I can be at eye level with them. I have some fun with them. I can interact with them. They can hear me. 'Cause I don't know about you, Morgan. Sometimes, before I had my life at eye level, once had a hard time hearing me. So they'd be like, huh? What did you say? What did you say? So now, since I'm able to elevate, they can hear my loud mouth without any problem. So I definitely love that feature of being able to be around people who are taller than us, since we are in our chairs. And Morgan, before you had life at eye level, were you in a regular power wheelchair, or have you always been in eye level?
I had a couple of normal wheelchairs. They could still recline back but they couldn't raise up like the eye level could. They could only recline back and forward just the normal way, like the normal lean back, lean forward. They didn't have all the other features like where your back could go back and forward and your footrest could go up and down um
Yeah.
and yeah, it just made it a lot easier when I got my eye level for the first time. And I remember the first quantum chair I had. I had a couple actually. I had a police. My first ever wheelchair was a police. Not my first wheelchair. My first quantum wheelchair was a police wheelchair, and they brought it out during after my ceremony, I guess you can say, at the police station, where everybody was there cheering for me, and they just brought it out, and I was so happy. And then, and they made a couple more. They even gave me a firefighter chair, which was cool. It was like it had instead of police sirens, it had the same sirens, but instead of saying like police serve and protect, it said the memo of a fire station. It's pretty cool. It's red. too.
Wow, you got the hookup, Morgan. I mean, I need to hang around you a little more, man. Because you got the hookup, man. How can I be down like you?
What do you mean?
How can I get the fire chair, get the police chair? I need to hang around you more, man.
Yeah, a lot of my friends. Yeah, I used to like. I used to be really popular back in my elementary school because of what I did. In fact, when I was on the news, when I was getting my new uniform. No, 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 not the uniform. It was, I don't know if you ever heard of the song, but it was called the Fuzz Run Bunch or something like that. Uh, and I was in the song, and it played on TV, and everybody at my school, well, not everybody, but in the office, they all watched it on the TV as it came on.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was really popular. Oh, and another thing, speaking of the firefighter chair, when I got my firefighter chair, I actually went to the MDA with a bunch of firefighters, and I even got to hang out with them at the fire station. Um, a couple times they had to leave because duty
Wha-
calls, and yeah, I
That
got to
is
just sit in there all alone.
that's awesome, Morgan. That is awesome. And the one thing that I appreciate you and how you share on social media on what it's like to be at eye level, some of the cool things that you're doing, playing video games or hanging out with your mom and your family, eating ice cream, just having a lot of fun. And that's one thing that I notice nowadays. Like when I got injured, Morgan, that was almost 30 years ago. That was way before your time. And we didn't have the social media. We didn't have all the things now that we can tell our stories on how, even though we have uh, disabilities that we deal with each and every day, we can still have a measure of independence because of the technology that exists, especially having our life at eye level.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like. I just recently went to the Angels Ball 2 weeks ago, I think it was the SMA Angels Ball, and they talk about how back before all of the electronics, and they didn't have any medicines to cure it or treat SMA. They literally didn't have anything. The only thing they could do is hope for the best. So now that they have treatments, and they have like three different treatments now, which is a big step up for what they had before, because they didn't have nothing. I went through I'm currently using one of the treatments now. I did use another one, the Spinraza. I liked it. I didn't. I mean, I didn't. It was painful. It was really painful.
I
But
hear you.
the new medicine, I forgot what it's called. It's called, yeah, Ristaplan. That's what it's called. And it's just a simple medicine. Take it to the mouth. You're good. Don't taste bad sometimes. And yeah, it works a lot better than what the Spinraza did. But
Oh, very good. That's awesome, Morgan. I love to hear that. When we see things that have gotten better over the years that can help us to keep on, just to uh, enjoy life and not have the any more things that can cause us any strains, any stresses. One thing I appreciate about you too, Morgan, is your mom. Your mom is awesome. Tangi's awesome. She's there with you. She you guys have a lot of fun together, and as being at eye level made life a little easier for mom too. You talked about it when she's not home, you're able to elevate and things like that. If there Are there any other things that you've been able to do at eye level that made mom's job a little bit easier?
yeah, one major downfall of having SMA is it's every now and then the sadness will kick in. So you know how do I explain this? Like some people that I want to talk, like I can talk to about how I feel having SMA, and it's not really about the whole, it's not really about having SMA, which while I'll get sad every once in a while. It's just the fact that sometimes, every now and then I feel like I don't fit in, if that makes sense. Like I'll see, like, I'll be in my school and I'll see kids, playing basketball, running around, playing football,
Mhm.
chasing after each other, and having fun. But every now and then it'll get kind of, depressing just looking at them and knowing that I'm probably never gonna be able to do that. But the sadness will come and it'll go, and it comes and goes every once in a while.
Yeah.
But my mom motivates me. My mom and my dad, they motivate me a lot about um, having SMA and how I can't let that stuff get to me. And I had a lot of other people talk to me about it too, about like how, it's all just because I'm not normal doesn't mean anything. Because there's a lot of people out there who don't have anything, and they still have a really good life.
It's true. And you know what, Morgan? You and I, we're normal. Other people, they're not normal, so we're the
Uh,
normal ones. I don't know what's wrong with them. You and I were normal. We have a lot of fun, and we enjoy life. So it's really awesome. And thank you for sharing that, Morgan. And what is it like being in that straddle, man? See, I'm too big for a straddle. Like I said before, I'm 6'6". I've been eating too many cheeseburgers, so I
Wait,
can't.
you're 6'6"?
Yeah, 6'6", and I can't fit in a straddle yet. So I know the team is working on that. But well, what is it like being in a straddle? Because you've been able to maneuver, some pretty tight spaces in that straddle.
Yeah, yeah, about that. Yeah, that is one thing. Especially in my school, because you know how, like, especially in high school, the halls are packed, like, with a bunch of kids. So, like, when I gotta just squeeze right through, like, two kids or something, I can just do that. It's a lot easier. I can fit through doorways. I can get through tight spots easier too. I also, one thing at the eye level and like strato period made easier was my parents or anybody that has to pick me up. It made it a lot easier for them, because before they would have to bend down, pick me up, pick me up again. And it's a lot easier to pick me up now because I can just raise up and be on their level or whatever they need to, so they don't have to bend down and hurt their back trying to pick me up.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get that, my friend. That's really awesome. And Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong. The backup cameras that we have on our wheelchairs, you kind of correct me if I'm wrong. You're responsible for that, right? You told ones that they need to get that
Yeah,
backup camera.
yeah. When I was like, I think I was 7 or 8. I was 6. No, I was 6. It was a year after I became a police officer. We all went. I remember the exact day too. We all went out to eat. It was me and a couple of the guys from Quantum and my mom, and we went to this pizza restaurant. And we went to the pizza restaurant. I remember trying to back up and hitting something, and then, and this was in Pennsylvania. I remember backing up and hitting a wall or chair or hitting. I know I hit somebody, but I didn't hit them like hard. I almost hit them. I kind of hit them. I kind of just nudged them. So when I hit them, I was like, I need a backup camera. Like, I was telling them that they need to come out with backup cameras, and it'd make it so much easier to be able to back up. And I years later, they came out. I was surprised. I'm actually in the commercial. If you didn't see it already on YouTube, the commercial for the backup cameras. Yeah, it was a cool idea. I have a couple more ideas for them I'm gonna pitch, but
That's awesome, my friend. Really appreciate that. I know I enjoy my backup camera. Thank you for telling them about that, how there was a need for it. Before I let you go, Morgan, is there anything else out there you'd like to share with the power wheelchair community, or anything else about having life at eye level and what it's meant for you?
um, I feel like one thing with having the eye level or just a quantum chair period is, how I said before how I feel like I don't fit in sometimes. Well, I feel like with the quantum chair, it does make me cool every once like in school, because being able to like just speed down the halls, or being in control of my wheelchair without people having to be. Now, of course, people are still worried because it's a wheelchair and they don't want to get ran over. But being able to speed through the halls and go faster than other people and in the halls, because other people they can't run in this school. It's not allowed. You can't run in the halls. But with me, they just don't care because they know I'm not gonna hit nobody. So being able to just drive straight down the hall really fast is another thing that's really cool. Uh, I mean why I like having it. Also, the raise up feature. One more time, I'm talking about the eye level. The thing is, and especially in class, because the way a class is, they have the board in the front where they'll show whatever they're doing on the board, and they might write stuff on the board. Or we might be playing a game in the class where I can't see, when I can easily just raise up and I'll be good, and I can see the board a lot easier. That's another reason why I love the raise up feature because it makes it a lot easier to see stuff and talk to people, do stuff. Yeah, especially when I go to restaurants and when you get ice cream and the
Oh, yeah.
icing is in the thing and you can't see what kind of ice cream is that. When you can just raise up, especially at Chipotle, because you get the pickle
Oh,
you have in your bowl, you can just raise up and see everything that they have. That's a,
I'm with you in that, Morgan, because I'm like, hey, you better put some more cheese on there for me. That's what I be doing because if they know we're not watching it, man, they be trying to skimp out on the ingredients for us, man.
they
No,
be
but
trying to put a little bit. I'm like, put a little more.
yep, that's me, and I like it too. Like when I go to restaurants and I can go to the bar and I can sit up there and watch the game and have me like an adult beverage. It's pretty cool as well
Yeah,
too.
the bars in
Yeah,
the especially like like Applebee's and stuff like that. They have the
yeah.
big high tables.
Mhm.
Like they might not have any more tables left, so I can just raise up and go to a high table, which makes it a lot easier. Uh, yeah, it's a lot. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, my friend, great catching up with you, and thank you for doing all that you do to help spread the word about how having life at eye level is so amazing and so awesome. Looking forward to chatting with you again, Morgan.
Okay, yeah, me too. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Same here, my friend. That was the amazing, the awesome Officer Stewart, Morgan Stewart. Enjoyed talking with him, enjoyed finding out what it's like to have life at eye level and getting to know him a little bit better. Before we let you go, don't forget, go to our website, quantumrehab.com. There you can find out some pretty cool things, what's going on with quantum, and why life at eye level is the best life you can have if you're in a power wheelchair. Yes, I'm biased because I'm an ambassador too, but it's real talk. Yes, it is. Well, until next time, folks, please do me a favor. Stay healthy, stay safe. I love you guys to life. Until next time.